research, casework, and training to hunt down monsters, rapists, terrorists, pedophiles, and our specialty, serial killers.
Does anybody here know exactly what a serial killer is?
Someone who's committed more than one murder.
It's very good. By statute, 3 is the magic number. But it's actually more qualitative than quantitative for us.
And today we're going to talk about how some serial killers get made. Because if you can understand that, then you can figure out a way to catch them. Garcia?
My liege.
Okay, this is Rachel Moore, 17-year-old runaway from Spokane, Washington.
Now, she grew up poor and in a broken home. Her mom left her dad because he liked to drink and beat on them.
And this is Tina Dyson, a 19-year-old college student from Seattle.
Now, she was a trust fund kid. She got straight A's and came from a loving family. Now, these two girls couldn't be more different. But the one thing that they had in common is they both crossed paths with the most prolific serial killer the BAU has ever seen.
One thing you should understand is that no two killers are the same. They each occupy their own point on the behavioral spectrum. Genetics, brain chemistry, psychology, and environment are all factors.
But we believe that this particular killer grew up in an environment so adverse that he never had a chance.
He endured years of cruel and abject physical abuse,
As well as horribly profound psychological abuse.
And when he wasn't being ignored, he was being humiliated.
Now, let me be clear. Most abused kids do not turn into killers. Not even all psychopaths become killers. But this particular unknown subject, or unsub, suffered extreme abuse. And it has everything to do with why he does what he does.
Now, these are some of his victims. He kidnapped them, he restrained them, and he starved them for days.
then he killed them by mutilating their reproductive organs. Right now, we know there are at least 40 of them.
But we believe that he may eventually claim over 100 victims.
Now, we chose this case for today because we've been discovering bodies up and down the West Coast since 1992. For lack of a better word, it's a classic. This unsub's entire childhood was a crucible, and in it, a psychotic killer was forged.